Hello. Just wanted to show you my latest doll, which is Winifred Sanderson from Hocus Pocus. Okay, so the three sisters. I was asked to knit all three, so this is the first one I've had a go at, and this one is Winifred. Okay, so anyway, she's obviously a witch. She's from the film Hocus Pocus. She has her stripy socks on, her stripy tights. I put some buckles. They're just little jewellery findings that I had, but you could embroider a buckle on with grey wool if you wanted. Her dress is nicely nipped in at the waist. It's a purple dress underneath, nipped in at the waist. She has a laced up bodice. Okay, so it's just, I put actually three, okay, three crosses just with embroidery, but she also has bosoms. Okay, so the bosoms are made and then stuffed and then stitched across the top, all before the coat goes on. With the jacket, I added a little bit of gold detail, and I just used an embroidered chain stitch round and round the back of the jacket. And some of the pictures I saw of her, there was a lot more gold detail, but for this doll I thought that was enough. And then when I put the jacket on, I nipped it in at the waist and I added a little more detail there to look as if she had a fastening there keeping her jacket closed, but you still see the bosom, the bust. Okay, she has trailing cuffs, trailing sleeves. All right, so they're put on, same as in some of my patterns, the Harry Potter ones, trailing sleeves. Okay, and then she has a broomstick, and I did the broomstick like a nice plum colour. I normally would cut off this bendy top part of the straw when I'm doing it, but if you have a look at the pictures, the brooms are a bit twisted in this film, so I just thought I would keep the broom on. So I've made, I'll talk about the hair in a wee while, okay, but I want to talk first of all about the jewellery. Okay, so I made, and these were obviously the last things that I stitched in place, so I made a couple of earrings, okay, with the hanging beads, and I stitched them into the ears because Winifred has hanging beads. Okay, at her neck, I just had this in my jewellery box, I save up bits of beads and bits of jewellery. I thought this sort of went with her outfit. Okay, and then her buck teeth, her sticky out teeth. Okay, so that's her trademark. And I knit the doll originally because I like to see pretty faces. I don't like to see, ugly faces. But anyway, I know. But anyway, the person who asked me to make this doll asked, could I put on the sticky out teeth? So I have just embroidered a couple of little teeth on the front. Okay, if I was doing this for myself, I would leave the teeth out. I know it's not the original doll. I know the original, film character. That's her trademark, is her teeth. But so I've just embroidered on the teeth. Okay, now the hair. The hair in this doll is quite important because that really is what makes her look like Winifred Sanderson. So the hair, first of all, I knit, there's a ginger cap goes on. Okay, and after I put it on and then I marked where the face was going to be, I took it off, I embroidered the face, right? Then I put the cap back on again. And when I put the cap back on again, I stitched it to the head, but I give her like a little widow's peak. I also stitched you won't see it here, but I stitched a parting into the head just to give me the center line and into the back of the head. Okay. Then I cooked the wool. So I used different widths of chopsticks and barbecue sticks, different thicknesses of my sticks, and I wound them in the ginger wool. Okay, and then I cooked them. I cooked them in the oven at 100 degrees centigrade. I made them wet. I damped them off. I explain all this in another video, how to cook the curls. Okay, so I cooked the curls and I had my curls. And then this doll, her hair sticks up, right? So her hair comes up to the top and sticks up All right, so how I started that, I started with one side. I started on this this side here, the left hand side with the hair, and I start here. I start at the parting, and I actually turn the doll upside down to do it. So I want the hair to be stitched so that it's in an upward manner. All right, so I do that down the left hand side, and I did it, and each time I brought the curly yarn up to the top and held it in place, and then I put the next row on up to the top. So at the top line the yarn is quite short, but as you go further down the doll, the yarn is getting longer and longer, and at the bottom of the doll, the bottom of the hairline, when you pull it up, that is the length of the hair. Now I didn't actually cut the loops, so that was one side I did, all pointing upwards, and then I did the other side the same. So I started at the top, and it was a shorter piece and a bit longer, and I kept coming down all the time, pulling the yarn upwards, stitching it upwards. You know, I didn't want it hanging, I wanted it stitched upwards. And when I got the hair, there's quite a lot of work. It took one whole night just to do the hair, okay? So when I got the hair to the stage where I had it all upwards, okay, then I tied it in. I went for my parting, split my hair, split the hair at the back where the parting is, and then I tied it in 2 bunches. All right, so I tied it in 2 bunches at the top of the head. Now, I quite liked the couple of wee trailing curls hanging down. There were a wee bit too many, and I stitched them in, but I also added a couple of wee short curlies just to soften the face slightly, okay, and a couple of wee soft curlies at the back. And then the final part of this doll, once the hair was done, the final part of this doll was the collar. I didn't put the collar on until the end. The reason being is I thought it would get in the way when I was stitching the hair, so the collar went on the jacket at the very end. So there she is, Winifred Sanderson, one of the 3 sisters. I'm going to now have a go at the other 2 sisters, and if you like this pattern, the pattern is on www.ecdesigns.co.uk.